Hello, it's Wednesday, the 22nd of November 2023, and the time is 7:20 in the morning. Blue sky in the morning, no, blue sky, what am I saying? Red sky in the morning, shepherd's warning, and the sky is red all round. So I don't know what the warning is about. Anyway, not to worry, 4 degrees centigrade, so it's chilly, 41 Fahrenheit, 96% humidity, which I never do understand. Because if the air is that wet, then why aren't we all dripping? Anyway, 1031 millibars on the barometer. Are you all happy? I'm happy. It's going to be a good day. As I'm retired, I'm going to play amateur radio, ham radio, and see who I can talk to. Thank you to Ray for your email. Twin tub washing machines. Do you remember the Hoovermatic washing machine? I even remember the model number, 3174. Look it up, Hoovermatic. Don't ask me how I remember the model number. Stair carpet, I remember this as well, Ray. Stair carpet in the middle, not side to side, in the middle with stair rods. Do you remember the brass rods? I remember when I was a kid, round at my nan's house, I took the stair rods off. She said, I'm going to beat the carpet in the garden. Wow. Take the stair rods off, which I did, unclipped them all. I yanked the carpet all the way down the stairs. I dragged it into the garden. And she hung it over a sort of fence thing, bit by bit. And no, I think it was a rope tied to the fence. I don't know, I was about 8 years old. And she had this carpet beater. It was like a wicker thing, this big carpet beater. And she's hitting the stair carpet. I had a go as well. I was bashing away, dust flying all over the garden. Then eventually we dragged it back up the stairs and refitted all the stair rods. Can you imagine doing that now? I mean, it took, I don't know how long, over an hour. These days you whip up there with a little handheld vacuum cleaner. Job done. I don't know about happy days. It was hard work. I remember my other grandmother hanging a rug from the lounge, because you didn't have fitted carpets then that go to the wall, just in the middle of the floor. Then the floor around the outside, if it's floorboards, they were normally painted brown. Or in my house when we were young, there were marley tiles, and you polished the marley tiles all round the edge of the carpet, between the carpet and the skirting board. Housework back then was really hard work. It was work. And my grandmother, the other one with the rug, she hung it over the washing line in the garden, which was basically a rope. And I beat that with a carpet beater, and again, there's dust flying around everywhere. Something I was reminded of the other day, I saw a red phone box on the telly on a news programme, and that took me back to the red phone boxes when they were everywhere, almost on the corner of every street. And sometimes I'd walk past and the phone would be ringing. So I'd answer it. I always answered it just for fun to see who it was. Sometimes it was just some idiot mucking about. There was a chap opposite this phone box, this particular one near us. He'd look out of his lounge window, he'd phone the phone box, and then he'd be behind his net curtain in his lounge, sniggering as people answered it. Pretty stupid. I saw him. I knew it was him, and if I went past and it was ringing, I'd answer it, and I'd just look over to him and make signs. Not rude signs, you understand. I wouldn't do that when I was a kid. Sometimes I'd answer a phone if I'm walking past. I mean, I wasn't always walking past phone boxes. I didn't spend my life walking past phone boxes. But you'd answer the phone, you'd say hello. Oh, hello, sorry to trouble you. Number 34 across the road. Could you go over and tell Mrs. Smith that there's a phone call from her brother? And I go over the road. Mrs. Smith, yeah, your brother's on the phone in the... Oh, thank you so much, dear, thank you. Sometimes they give me sixpence. Sometimes they give me nothing. But there were pranksters. I'll come on to pranksters in a minute. There were pranksters. Could you tell Mrs. So-and-so at number whatever that I'm on the phone? Yes, OK, go over there. And some chap would answer the door. Oh, there's a phone call for you in the box from your brother. Oh, what? What are you talking about? Get out of here, cheeky devil. And it was an idiot on the phone, just tricking people. Now, crazy days. I'm going to talk a bit more about that on Sunday. Now then, pranksters and practical jokers. Helen, thanks for your email. Did you have, she's saying, did you have practical jokers in your day? Because we don't so much now. You're right, it doesn't happen so much these days. I don't think even with the kids. Yeah, we had practical jokers. At work, my first job in the radio and TV workshop, there was some idiot. He'd come up to me and he'd say, "Oh, the boss wants to see you, Ray." "Oh, okay." I go knock on the office door, "Come in." "You wanted to see me?" "No, I didn't want to." Who said that?" "Oh, sorry, I thought you wanted to see me. Someone said you did." And this chap, this went on. He'd say to people, "Oh, your so-and-so wants to see you in the office." "Okay, yeah, I'll go up there." Knock on the office door, "Go in." "I don't want to see you." Anyway, I went in one day and I said to the boss, "I've been told you want to see me, but I'm not quite sure that it's true." And he said, "No, it's not true. Who's doing this?" And he knew who it was. I wouldn't say, but he said, "Well, don't worry, I know who it is." And he said, "Tell him I want to see him." So I thought, okay, that's fair enough. I went back down and I said, "Oh, he wants to see you." Ian, the chap's name, that's it. I said, "Oh, Ian, he wants to see you." So this Ian went up there, knocked on the door, and apparently I got on quite well with the boss. He told me this later. Apparently this Ian said, "Oh, he wanted to see me." He said, "Yes, could you tell so-and-so that I want to see him?" So Ian said, "Okay, right." And he was a bit confused. Why call him up to the office to say that he wanted to see someone else? Anyway, this Ian went and said to this other chap, "The boss wants to see you." And he said, because we were all in on this, he said, "No, I'm not going. And this chap said, "Well, no, he's just told me he wants to see you." "No, we know all about you." Anyway, the boss then sent for Ian and told him, "Well, have you told him? He hasn't come to see me. What are you doing?" Anyway, it all went on like that. And it all got a bit silly in the end, as these things do. That's a long story. Sorry, waffling on. Sunday, again, the hour-long episode, going to chat about practical jokers, phone boxes ringing, and also people that don't tell you the whole story. And look, the time's going on a bit. This is annoying. I remember a chap, and this is just one example. Chap bought a radio to me. "Doesn't work," he said. "Right, I'll have a look at that." I said, "Leave it with me." Old 1940s valve radio, lovely piece of kit. I said, "What was the trouble? Has it just gone off?" Or no, he said, "We were listening to it and it's been fine and it just suddenly went off the other day." I got it on the bench and there's valves missing. There's 2 valves missing. And I rang him and I said, "How come this was working and it just went off?" "Oh, well, yeah, my son did have a look at it." Oh, there we go. His son had a look at it, broke 2 of the valves, so it transpired, damaged other bits and pieces. Anyway, I got it going in the end. Right, I'm waffling now. Email me, raysrants@protonmail.com. Look, we're coming up to 8 minutes. Truth. It's not going to be a midweek message. It's going to be a midweek chapter. Oh, by the way, I can't do the cherry tree. I haven't done the wind, have I? Told you what the wind's doing. The flag, a little bit of wind from the west, just a breeze. I can't look at the cherry tree anymore. Why? Because there's no leaves on it. They're all over the driveway and the road. So I can't look at that and tell you what the wind's doing. I am waffling now. Look, I'll disappear. Thanks for listening. See you Sunday. Take care. Bye-bye for now.